Hello everyone, welcome back to Sade's Tarot Tea. So today guys, you already know what time it is. I am doing a reading, an updated reading on Billie Eilish. I am so fucking happy that she just announced her album called Hit Me Hard and Soft. Ooh, I was like, Billie, I was clutching my pearls. Like, Billie is that type of bitch that's gonna make you clutch your pearls because you're like, bitch, what are you saying? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Hit me hard and soft. Like, that's a little kinky, Billie. That's a little kink. Sorry if hopefully I don't have a young audience watching me. You guys already know what time it is. We're not gonna get too explicit on my channel, but we do talk about stuff, okay? Hey guys, so I wanted to leave this part in here just because, like, I do want to remain respectful of Billie's energy. I don't know why, like, I started talking about this, but listen, like, that freaking title, it's just like, I started talking about this because of her being, like, kinky or whatever, because of her fucking title. Like, she wants us to take her this way, obviously. Like, Billie is very intentional with everything she does, so she already knows that we some weirdos that are gonna freaking take it that way. And I also feel like this is just her trolling and just being like, just because people have, like, sexualized her so much, and it's her part of her taking her power back. And like I said, you guys will see that I made a lot of, statements about her taking on more of a little bit of a political standpoint. Not too much, but I think there are going to be, like, undertones in this album of that. But yeah, I said all of this respectfully about the kinky part. Like, I of course know Billie's like 22, so I'm not trying to, be disgusting or, like, come at her like that or make it sound like I'm trying to, like, be invasive with her, because, like, I know that she does have people that are just already invasive with her. But when I kept this in here because of the title, like, just strictly because of what she said about her title, because she knows that we are some nasty weirdos that are gonna take it that way. So I know Billie's another artist that likes to troll people, so I say all of this respectfully. I hope I didn't offend anybody when I said this, but I just wanted to leave it in here because I thought I was just being, like, stupid. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoy this reading, and thank you for watching. All right, bye. Have you not seen the eyes? It's in the motherfucking eyes, okay? In her Sag energy and her Pisces energy. I can't. And she's a Venus and Capricorn. Like, come on. But yeah, guys, let's focus. Let's focus back onto this reading. I am so excited to be doing an updated reading on her. It's been a minute since I've done a Billie Eilish reading. I like to give it a lot of time. So her album comes out May 17th. I'm looking at her album cover right now, guys, because I want to go ahead and see where Billie's energy's at. I also have a picture of her pulled up. That's not the album cover. This is the one I'm looking at. We're going to first see where Billie's energy is at, and then I want to go ahead and get into the album. And I also want to talk about her relationship with Jesse. Yeah, I'm wondering if this, as we said, the Nine of Swords, the Nine of motherfucking Swords, as I'm talking about Billie, her album. This album, I'm wondering if this album is going to have sounds that are going to fucking scare the shit out of you. I don't know what I mean by that, or, like, visuals. Like, the Nine of Swords is already coming through, guys, when I'm talking. And sorry that my cards are messed up, guys. Don't judge me. I wanted to read with this deck because I feel like this deck represents Billie's energy, like, so heavily, and just, like, the energy that she's in right now. This deck called to me. I said I have to read with this one. Now, Billie, what's going on with you? I'm getting a lot of anxiety already. I don't know if this album this may not be Billie's energy right now because I haven't touched on that, but this feels like this album could touch on anxieties a lot, or up at night, like worrying, paranoia. I'm wondering if the video, if the whole energy of Billie's album or music video or whatever, this album cover that I'm looking at, guys, I'm wondering if it's talking about depression, anxiety. The Nine of Swords is very, very big on that the theme of this card, guys. Being up at night, worrying, sleep paralysis. I know Billie has talked about sleep paralysis. She suffers from having sleep paralysis very bad, which she has Pisces in her chart. If you know, if you guys know, you know, Billie is a Pisces fucking rising, bitch. I said, no wonder you're having sleep paralysis. Like, no wonder you're up at nights and you can't sleep and paranoia. Like, this is literally her Pisces energy. And she's got that Aquarius moon. She's got that Sag sun. Let's go ahead and get into Billie's chart. Before I get started, guys, reading on Billie and her album and her chart and her ex and all of that, her sexuality. We're going to talk about that too. If you guys have not yet, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell for when your girl pull up. Ding ding. Okay, like I had to do it. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, please hit me up in my DMs at Sade's Tarot T92. If I take a minute to respond, you guys, I will respond, I promise. Just give me time. And yeah, can't wait to meet you guys. Can't wait to do your readings with you guys. I'm tongue tied, my bad, guys. I'm so excited to read on Billie. So yeah, guys, go ahead and do all that. Anyway, guys, so let's go ahead and read on Billie Eilish and what's to come for her. Alright, guys, so like I said, 9 of Swords automatically came out. Well, it was at the bottom of my deck, but my spirit guide said flip the deck, Sade, so I did. Also too, this album I feel like is going to talk about loss. A lot of loss, like in Billie's life. Like I know she's already started to kind of talk about it in some of her music, guys. I am a fan of Billie. I do follow her discography. I've predicted, if you don't know, I've predicted her album When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go. I'm very proud of that prediction because I specifically said that album is going to talk about nightmares and your fears, phobias. I remember talking about it, and I remember also doing a test reading, and I picked up on a lot of shit from her album. Now, I do want to, like, it seems like Spirit is just moving me into Billie's album because she is in album mode. Like, she's ready to put this album out. Now, I know Billie has said that she's not going to put a single out. She wanted to pull an Ariana, and, I guess she was inspired by Ariana Grande because Ariana did that. She did not drop any more singles. She only dropped one single, Yes and the remix, and that was it. That's all we got. She gave us a teaser. I said, damn, Billie, you're not even gonna give us like a little teaser, like one song off the album? I'm not talking about like a snippet, And then, guys, I also have been picking up on things about Billie. Like, I felt like she was gonna be in this like melancholy, like, which, a lot of people could say that about her, but she's gonna be in this like melancholy, like kind of like down energy with her music. It's gonna be a little more sadder, but there's gonna be lighter topics. And one thing I predicted, guys, because I did an album prediction test video, I don't know if I'm gonna come out with that video because so much time has passed, but I was very proud of that video, guys, because I predicted Ariana's album before it had dropped. I said very specific things, and they happened like throughout the theme of her album. I could hear exactly what I was talking about. Like, I was like, oh my god, even down to like production. Like, I was really, really proud of myself. Well, with Billie, I was feeling like, I don't know, I kept feeling I don't know if she filmed this. I kept hearing Germany for some reason for her, or like house music that they play in Germany, or Europe, or certain parts of Europe. And I don't know if Billie is big on European culture. Unfortunately, I don't follow her too heavily like that to know if she likes. So if you guys love Billie, if you're a Billie fan, does she have some type of connection to Europe? Because, not saying obviously she could be mixed with European, but any part of Europe, but if we want to be funny. But no, guys, I was feeling something about her recording or getting inspired, or Phineas. Like, I kept getting messages that Phineas was getting inspired by certain aspects of Europe, or their music, or the way they you know, their production or whatever. I could be tripping. It was a weird message I got when I was tapping into her energy, because I wanted to prepare myself for this reading, because, you know, yeah, I want it to be good, you know what I mean, guys? I have my things I do. But yeah, I kept hearing Germany. I kept hearing house music in Germany, or their techno, or their or if it's not Germany, it's some part in Europe. It could maybe be somewhere, I think, in Europe, or like Switzerland, or Norway, or something like that. Or I kept picking up on certain parts of Europe, and specifically, you know, hearing the UK, hearing Germany. Like, I don't know, I kept hearing Germany, and I was just like, what is she doing in Germany? So that kind of like made me think, like, okay. So then I dug deeper into the prediction, and just like I said, guys, the production of it. So I'm really curious. There was one snippet, guys, I heard so far. You guys are, you know, I'm honest whenever I hear something. There was one thing I ran across from her snippet. We'll see if it ends up on the album, but it was exactly the sound. I'm gonna see if I can find the video and have it here. I'm gonna see if I can find it, guys, but I think I liked it, so I'm going to see if I can download it, show you guys what I'm talking about. I was so freaked out, bro. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. I hope she ends up putting this song on the album, but because then I will, like, my prediction will have happened. And one other prediction, guys, to cut into what I was going to say that just happened, is I predicted Kehlani's After Hours single. The single did not grow on me right away, okay, guys? I did not like the single when I first heard it. You guys know I'm a big Kehlani fan. I didn't like it. Like, I was mad. But I was I like it now. It's growing on me. But I was so proud of myself, guys, because I had predicted Kehlani's After Hours single coming out. I had predicted it, and I was like, bro, I predicted the exact fucking date. I was like, what the fuck? As a tarot reader, you're always trying to, like, challenge yourself, you know what I mean, guys? You're always trying to challenge yourself. And so I was so surprised. But anyway, Billie, on the other hand, I've been feeling a release from her around, I kept saying April or May. So maybe when I was picking up on her, she switched it and was like, you know what, because she's a Sagittarius, and they don't fucking plan anything. They're just like, whatever, that's what I feel like doing, that's what I feel like doing. So I feel like she was just like, yeah, we're gonna release it May 17th. Oh yeah, I don't want any singles. You know, which is really cool. It's really cool that we're gonna get this album all in one as a whole. So yeah, we're gonna get the whole album from her as a whole, guys, and I'm really excited for that. But one major thing I'm picking up on is Billie being anxious, anxiety, paranoia, accusing, creeper type energy, creepy energy. Creeper, I said creeper, but I've been saying the word creeper a lot, but creepy type energy. Maybe I kept I'm gonna see if I can insert some clips here. I might do. Interesting, guys. Billie is gonna go back to being dark. Well, she's already dark as a person, but I'm seeing her go back to being dark again. Now, I know that her last album, Happier Than Ever, had a theme, an undertone of, like, you know, depression and, like, you know, battling through that and stuff like that. But this is, like, I don't know, the theme of this is going to be very interesting. It feels like, because I'm getting my shadow card, I feel like this album is going to be very, like, her playing on two sides of herself. And, like, the happier, like, yes, like, oh, it feels like, guys, she's going to mold the two. So it feels like when she did Where Do We All Go When We Fall Asleep and Happier Than Ever, they're gonna be like two different sides of her, like a light and darker version. It's gonna play on that. Like I was saying about Ariana, I wonder if she's getting inspired by Ariana, low-key, because I know she fucks with Ariana, so I'm wondering if she's pulling on that a little bit. But it's talking about how she's leaning more into, like, playing on the happier, like she did with, she's gonna like mold the two albums but into one. It's gonna be like one half of the album is gonna feel like it's talking about her depression. Like it's gonna start off very happy, and I know some of her songs like do that, but she hasn't really leaned into that yet. And I've listened to her other projects, guys, but it's too going to be talking about the world as well, like what's going on in the world and how that affects her, and you know, how it's battle, like, how do I explain this, guys? Like how the what's going on in the world is shaping her personality in a sense, and how it's messing with her, and it's creating this like false persona within her, and it's creating the darker side of herself. And then the lighter side of herself is her faking it, and you know, trying to be a light, a beacon, like a hope to other people, but she's struggling. Underneath it, she's struggling to know who she is, and to stay the person, like the humble person that she is, and kind of like battling with fame and how that's been for her. Like she's going to talk more about that, I feel, and the highs and lows of fame, and the highs and lows of being her. So I can see, ooh, that'd be so cool if she fucking does this, like her playing it, her own character of herself. So like, it feels like she's going to be exploring those two like sides of herself, like I was saying, guys. And like I said, molding the two projects that she's done together into this one project, and it's going to be very interesting. And I kept feeling like Billie was going to have a light and a dark side of herself that were going to really come through in this album. I feel like in the past I've predicted, and Happier Than Ever, I picked up on certain things from her album on Happier Than Ever, but with this album, I'm wondering if she's gonna mold the two, like where she's gonna do something really cool where it's her shadow side. Like I think of my shadow side card, guys. Like I think I even got this card when I was doing a test video. So this is the card that I got, guys, when I was first pulling on Billie's album. If you guys notice, there is hints of blue going on in the on this side of the card, and I was picking up more so on her bluer side, like her staying in this like sad type of energy, but kind of like prevailing and going towards the light. You know what I mean, guys? And playing on this lighter side of herself, like the darker side of herself, meaning the Billie that she wants to hide from the world, or she wants to hide from, you know, literally hide from the world as well. Also to her being the bad guy, she likes playing that type of tongue-in-cheek type of villainess character. So I saw her doing something like this, and but also like going through these battles of anger and these and just being at her most depressive side, and like what's going on with the world universally, like how that's been affecting her. And I kept picking up on that. Like I was like, I feel like this album is gonna be very almost, I don't want to say spiritual, because I don't feel like, I'm curious if Billie will end up moving in a spiritual direction, because I've always felt her be very, and I've said this, agnostic. So I'm curious if this is more so her battling herself, but also maybe some hints to spirituality and her toying with the idea of that. So I'm really curious. And the lighter side of herself, the side that Billie, that her ego, I want to say her ego side, the one that people, the persona that she puts onto the world, this funny and light-hearted Billie that we have grown to love, but also know that darker side of herself, yes. But this side, I don't know, this side of her feels a lot darker. So I'm curious if she's gonna really go for it. Like I already can tell with the album where she's drowning. I mean, let's talk about that album cover, guys. That's part of a fear. Like that's part of a fear, is drowning, and the abyss of the ocean, and being in a big body of water, and people, and being in the middle of nowhere, and people not knowing your name or knowing who you are, isolation. This album cover is very, very cool. It's very deep, and I feel that's my personal what I'm picking up from the album cover, like the direction, the concept that she's going for. And I'm wondering too if this is going to be a concept album. I'm wondering if we are going to get a lot of visuals from her with this album. I also am enjoying the door. I think the door represents something very spiritual as well. It's very moving towards, like I said, moving forward. And she did get this card, guys. Before she had, this is freaking scary, okay guys? Before she had unveiled this cover, I had done a test video, and I want to put it in here. But I was talking about this, and her kind of like, I don't know if I've said this, but I don't know, I don't remember if I said this, guys, but I'm saying it in this video. Like, I remember feeling her just like wanting to push forward with whatever she was going through. And now it could be about her relationship with Jesse. Like, maybe he ended up cheating on her or hurt her pretty bad after she gave her heart to him. And I feel like that relationship was a very transformative, of course, time for her, but also the happiest she's felt that she could be in a while. And it was more of a spiritual choice to let him go, you know, because even if somebody hurts us really bad, like I've said, Billie is very forgiving, and she does have that side to her where she won't forgive, and she'll totally like cut you out of her life, cut you out, and just not, you know, you're dead to her at that point, right? We all have that side, and Billie definitely has that side. But I think the way she forgives and the way she loves, I've always said that about her, that she really does that very effortlessly to her detriment. And that's something I'm already picking up on from her and Jesse, like that, you know, certain things in that relationship and his addictions and certain things allegedly. She dates people with addictions. I've been saying this in her videos. She dates people that are overcoming addiction, you know, or overcame addiction. Hopefully not yet has she met someone that, other than maybe Jesse, but still, even that I'm feeling is very shady or rocky with his recovery. And that's not my, you know, I'm not judging when I say this, guys, or anything like that. But I think why I'm bringing this up is those were things that were beginning to drown Billie, and also too, you know, trying to save him. And this album cover, I've always said too about her, she's hitting the nail right on the hammer with her growth, you know, as a person. And I could tell through her art that she's finding herself, you know, as we hope to see in an artist. Like, we want to see them grow. We want to see them grow as a person. She's like, I can either sink or swim. You know, I can either hit me hard, hit me soft type of energy. Like, I could either go all for, you know, conquering this, you know, overcoming anything, or I could just float here, not really float here, but drown. Like, I can literally just drown. And I'm excited to hear this album, guys. I'm really excited to hear this album because I feel like, you know, she's gonna be talking some crazy stuff, man. I'm ready. Like, and the beats are, they're gonna be something, let me tell y'all. But so far, this is where we're getting at with her album. Let's see what else comes out. Look at that. Look at that. Yes. I love seeing it. I love seeing it, guys. I love seeing it. Billie is, I told you, man, I've been telling y'all, she's a fucking fighter. Like, she's such a Sagittarius. Like, when, these are the things that one of the things I admire about Sag women or men is that when you knock them down, they will get back up. Like, that is, they truly have that fighter energy, that fighter spirit. And I'm seeing that Billie was going through some heavy shit, man. And she's always going through the heavy crap because she has 8th house placements, and she has Pisces placements, and she has a Capricorn placement. So this girl, she be going through it. And you guys are thinking, Billie has money. Some of you guys, Billie has fucking money, you know, she has this, she has that. That's one of the things that this album is going to talk about. It's going to talk about fame and how, and I said that in my I think I said this in my reading. That's what I'm picking up on, like, heavily. Or if she or if she doesn't fully talk about it, it's going to be like undertones of that. But I'm really hoping that she did this because I think she wants this album to like really open people's eyes. Like, she wants to make a lot of statements in this album, and she wants to talk about some hard topics. Okay, guys. And I've said that in my other reading with someone. I think I said this about Namani, but this album feels a lot deeper. This album feels a lot deeper than her other projects. It feels, it's not going to be fully depressing, guys. Okay, definitely going to open a newer side to Billie's vulnerability. As obviously, you know, it's going to show us a newer side to her vulnerability, because like she does get vulnerable in her projects. I'm not trying to say she never opens up or anything. That's when she opens up the most. But when this album, her and Phineas, man, they really fucking outdid themselves with this album. I can feel how good this album feels, guys. I feel like there's gonna be talks of her getting a Grammy for this album. Mark my words, guys. There's gonna be talks of Billie getting a Grammy. And she already has Grammys. What the fuck, Billie? Like, you don't need any more Grammys, okay? God. No, I'm just kidding. But you know, guys, seriously, like, she doesn't need any more, her and Phineas. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm wondering too if Billie's gonna, because she kind of did this in Happier Than Ever, where she played a little bit more on her sexuality. So I'm wondering if there's gonna be a little nods to her maybe falling in love with the woman, or fantasizing about a woman or something like that. Ooh, Billie, if you do this, girl, I'm gonna punch you in your mouth. We'll see, but we'll see if she does that, guys. That could be a pipe dream, okay? Because I like predicted like her coming out, or someone outing her, or her not wanting to, you know, talk about it or whatever. Like, I predicted it. So anyway, guys, yeah, this album feels like it's about her overcoming her desires to give in to her darker energy. And to remain this Billie, like, or try, not just with us, guys, but within herself, like, remain this Billie that she knows, or you know, yeah, or this persona, or a caricature of herself, you know, like having to appear to the public one way when you're not, when you're really like fighting yourself every day, hate yourself, you know, all this shit, like hating yourself. I don't know if that's gonna be, Billie, are you gonna have a song about hating yourself? What the fuck, Billie? Are you gonna have a song about hating yourself, or like self-loathing, or, which is the same thing, but like, I don't know why I said so. Literally, guys, self-loathing. What? She gonna talk about some stuff, guys. We're okay. Is this album about to be really like serious? But there are gonna be some fun, don't get me wrong, guys, there are gonna be some, I'm like getting scared because I'm like, dang, is this gonna be like a really depressing album? But no, seriously, guys, you know, I think this album is also gonna have some really interesting like beats, and she's going to experiment a lot more than we're used to. I think we're still gonna get, of course, some of that Billie and Phineas flair that we like, but it's and if you guys don't know, if anybody doesn't really follow Billie, Phineas is her brother, and he works with her, he produces with her. Billie produces her stuff too, but Phineas is mainly her producer. She works very closely with her brother, and Phineas is his own entity. He likes to make his own music. He's an artist himself, but also a songwriter and a producer. So anyway, I just want to give backstory on Phineas, because some people, you know, they may not know, or they may be new to Billie's energy and watching this reading. I do feel like, guys, she's going to have some tracks that are up-tempo, that, you know, will have us dancing, you know, maybe trancey type of music, or, you know, elevator music. I don't know. She showed one snippet that I was like, huh? Like, she only showed one snippet, guys, but I also heard another snippet on Twitter, which doesn't really give away much to me anyway, because let me tell you guys why. if you're a Billie fan, you know that most of her beats start off one way and then they completely switch. You know what I mean? Like Phineas can totally, or Billie can totally take the beat another direction. So just because she's showing us this snippet doesn't mean that that's exactly what it's going to sound like. You know what I'm saying, guys? It could just be a little bit of the song, obviously, because they're very good at doing that and like teasing things. But this album, guys, is going to be very experimental. I don't know why I kept hearing parts of Europe that she got inspired by, or her and Phineas got inspired by. I don't know if she's going to talk about this in an interview. I could have heard some other part of the country that she went to. You know what this album also reminds me of? I have to say it. Why does it remind me of Monsters Inc. though? Like her with the black hair as Boo, but like Boo grown up. And she's going through a door. It's giving Monsters Inc. I'm sorry, Billie. I just saw that. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, guys, this album is really going to explore vulnerable topics that she hasn't talked about yet. And some she has. She's already talked about some of these concepts. But the biggest thing is overcoming your pain, overcoming heartbreak, or you know, maybe this is also going to be part of it's going to be a little bit of a heartbreak album, you know, but also with the 3, support, like having those people around you that support you, that love you, that are your that pull you out of a dark space and really help you to overcome anything and everything, you know. And I know Billie is really big on family, and you know, it's so crazy that this card is coming out about what this album is going to be about too, is because she literally in the music video has her brother pulling her out of the water, like he's pulling her through the door or whatever to save her, which, you know, she's done this before, you know, where she's talked about this. So yeah, that's so far, guys, what I'm getting. You know, is that I feel this album is going to talk about family and you know, people getting you out of that dark place. And you know, like I said, her brother is literally pulling her out of the water. So I'm really excited to hear this. I do feel like it's even telling me maybe there's gonna be a little bit of like house music or something like that, or it's gonna sound like house music. Like I said, I keep hearing house music or something like that, or I don't know, guys. We'll see if I'm right, but that's what I keep hearing. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get into these questions. You guys are gonna absolutely love this album. I'm getting the 6 of Swords reverse, and the 6 of Swords talks about like healing and letting baggages go, letting things from the past go. I think that this album, as we can then hear, it's going to sound very healing. And with the lyrics, why does Billie's music always make me want to cry? Like, that's the energy that this shit is giving. This album is going to make us want to cry. Billie, what are you talking about on this album? Because there's your brother having to step in, your brother being protective, your brother pulling you out of a dark space. Like, your brother is coming in as a Leo, Billie. What the heck? Phineas is coming out in Billie's energy. I wonder if Billie and Phineas are gonna duet on this album. If Phineas is gonna be a collaborator on this album, as in like he's gonna sing. Hey guys, I'm just cutting back in here again. But I wanted to make mention, I wouldn't have forgiven myself if I didn't put this in here, but I wanted to make mention about the King of Wands, because I do feel like as I was talking about the album, I didn't say this because I did have a lot of messages coming in from where, you know, also I believe I was getting messages from where Billie's current energy was at in some areas. And also too, she could have just been, you know, around her family a lot, but I kept mentioning like her family and how this album could touch a lot on the safety net of having a family, especially when you're going through dark times, such as in love or, you know, fame or whatever that may be. I feel like that's going to be a soul core of the concept of what Billie's going for, is what I mean. And I didn't know how to fully articulate that. I just kept hearing family. And sometimes, like, the way predictions work is like Spirit will just be like family, and you're like, huh? Family, what? okay, what does that mean? You know, so it's like up to us to figure out and dig deeper, you know, into that. So as I'm editing in real time, I just kind of like was filling out that energy, and I feel like that's going to be a core theme of this album as well. You know, Billie has talked about this in the past. This isn't new for her, but I just kept feeling like that is the core of where music comes from for her, and just, you know, music is her safety. But yes, I feel like this King of Wands energy was Jesse, and the King of Wands, it's funny that he comes out as the King of Wands, even if he's not a fire sign, because the fire, the King of Wands energies of the world, they sometimes are celebrities. Well, a lot of times they are celebrities. So I thought it was funny that he came out as the King of Wands, like I was saying, because he is a singer, and he's somebody that Billie has idolized, and was, you know, I did mention her age and his age in this video. You know, the fact that she looks up to him, she idolizes him. This King of Wands energy gets idolized a lot in life, not just with their lovers, but, you know, just in people in general, of just being admired. And I know Billie has spoken about in the past being obsessed with Jesse. So, yeah, as we could see, that wasn't a good relationship for her. You should never, yes, you do want to admire your partner in some ways, but you should never get into something where you're just going to be overly like obsessed with them, and, you know, and stuff. And that could just lead to a lot of just like toxicity in the relationship. And, you know, some people think that this is harmless, but it's not. So, yeah, so I said that to say this. I feel like, you know, Jessie was coming out in her energy as controlling and overbearing and overly, and, you know, passionate, or just, I was gonna say overly passionate, because I feel like he just would do a lot. Like he just would do the most, and Billie does the most too. So this wasn't good for her. This did not ground her. She's a Sagittarius. You know, she does need some type of grounding. Or for someone to pull her back a little bit so that she doesn't get too wild, you know, a little, what's the word, guys, I'm looking for? Like a little bit of structure, you know, she needs that. And then, so I just feel like Jesse was just all over the place for her. I think in some ways he did center her, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, he had Virgo in his chart. But yeah, it wasn't enough though, and he was way too old for her, way too old for her. But, you know, Billie has her Venus in Capricorn, so she likes dating older people. Like, she loves older energies, which is kind of why, you know, I was saying that the whole album title, like, I'm like, girl, what the hell? Like, she's not afraid to go there. And because she's around all the time older people with older humor, of course, you know. So, but yeah, guys, I just wanted to cut in, and I'm rambling a lot, but I just wanted to cut in and let you guys know why and how I was getting the King of Wands, and just wanted to add that in here. But if you have watched the reading this far, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're enjoying it. All right, bye. Or is this strictly going to be just Billie's voice? Because I know that Phineas does her back vocals, but so maybe this just saying that, but that'd be cool if she actually had like a duet with him on the album. That'd be really dope. Seven of Pentacles upright, her waiting. Well, it's us waiting on this album to come out, and us being really excited. Okay, King of Wands talks about like us being impatient, like hurry up, put the album out, like dang, like, you know. I do feel like some people are gonna be mad. There's those people, oh my god, this doesn't sound like her anymore, like, Billie, what the heck, what is this album, like, this doesn't sound like you. I hope it's not me. Like, I hope I'm not one of these people. But there are gonna be people that don't like this album. I do feel like a lot of people are gonna like it though. I will stick with that. A lot of people are going to like this album. But there, you know, guys, there's always those people that just, they want to complain, or they don't like it for whatever reason. I wonder what she's talking about on this album too, because I feel like whatever she's talking about, like, she knows that she has kids that listen to her. Like, I'm not saying that the album is going to be like super provocative, but I'm wondering if the topics are not going to be suitable or the best for kids to listen to, whether they be too dark, or like she's cursing. Like, that's why there's a clean version though. But Billie, wouldn't a collaboration with Billie and Eminem be really fucking cool? I don't know why, guys. I could see her collaborating with Eminem. That would be wild if this shit happened. But I can see Billie collaborating with Eminem. I don't know why I see that. She's not, I don't know. The way she wants to experiment is going to be really different. That would be really cool. Her and Mac Miller collaborating together would have been dope too. If she had collaborated with Mac. You know, if he were still alive, of course, to like collaborate with her. Damn. But yeah, back to the fans. I feel like you guys are gonna like it. I do feel like, you know, of course, there are gonna be those people that you know, whatever she's talking about. And Billie does talk about dark concepts, okay? Like, I mean, she does do dark concepts. Like, you know, she had a song called All Good Girls Go to Hell, right? So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, she doesn't mind stirring up controversy. She doesn't mind talking about stuff that is gonna rock the boat. You know what I mean? She's a Sag with Aquarius, for freak's sake. You know what I mean? So whatever she's talking about, a lot of people are not gonna like it. A lot of people are not gonna like it. I'm wondering too if this is gonna talk about her doing things that she didn't want to do. The way, like, manipulation, abuse in a relationship. I wonder if she's gonna touch on that. Ooh, Billie. I'm telling y'all, you know, the shadow side card could also talk about her dealing with her traumas. Okay? Damn, y'all are probably not gonna want to listen to this. It's gonna be good, guys. Or the topics or whatever, but you know, I could be totally wrong, and this is not, you know, maybe she'll talk about something later, but this is what I'm getting, guys. Page of Wands. Arguments, fights, being taken advantage of. She's gonna hit on that topic. Jealousy, maybe. Maybe she's jealous of, you know. Is she pulling an Olivia Rodrigo? Are you pulling, because you guys know how I said creepy? Billie, are you going to do something where you're stalking the person's ex, or what the hell? Like, are you, like, hold on, Billie. Is one of the concepts going to be you being a stalker? Or someone, maybe a stalker around her? Like, I know she's talked about this before, guys, but I'm wondering if she's going to do something different with it. Like, now reverse it and she's the one stalking. Bro, what the fuck? Like, Billie, if you're doing that, that is insane, bro. The way Billie's mind works is insane. The way her mind works, I can't. Billie, if you do this is gonna be insane, girl. Why am I not surprised in 8th house stalking? That doesn't surprise me, and she's Pisces. Billie, I am not surprised that you probably, even if you don't talk about this on your album, just know that we know. Okay? We know that you're a stalker. In a funny way, not in a creepy way, guys. Not in a way, allegedly. Not in a way where, you know, she's just, but in that way too, you know what I mean? Like, kind of, a little bit, but harmless. Like, I'm not saying that Billie's gonna go do something, you know, to the person, but you know, everyone does it. Everyone does a little stalking on the internet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm wondering if this is one of the topics, guys. I told y'all, I keep getting messages, so maybe this is one of the topics. Billie, this is insane. If you fucking talk about stalking in any capacity, okay, again, because she already did this a little bit. I think she did this on, I think it was it NDA? I can't think of this. She did talk about stalking in a song before, but to make it a full-on concept of a song where you're doing that now and you're the one that, wow, that's gonna be insane, guys. Like, if she spins it now and now she's the one. So yeah, guys, my overall prediction of how you guys will feel about this album is that I feel like a lot of people are gonna be surprised at the concepts or the topics of the songs, and I also feel like some people are of course going to be really annoyed or angry. They're like, you copied this from somewhere, or why, you know, this sounds like, you know, people get, this sounds like, you know, this song. And then there's going to be the other half of people, of course, that really like it. It's always going to be like that. It's always going to be like that. But I feel like the overall response of the album is going to be very well received. And I feel like everyone is so excited to get this album from Billie, because she's taken her time with this album, and her and Phineas have taken their time with this album, and they're really excited for it. And it's very artsy too. I like the album cover, is very artsy. I like it. Okay, so the next question is, will she win any awards from this album? You know what, guys, I'm seeing that Billie, I'm seeing she will. Yes, I do see her winning awards, but I also see Billie later on kind of like snubbing award shows. I don't know, like it's something about it. Like she's getting sick of award shows. Like she has fun at them, don't get me wrong, because I've seen pictures of her like being silly, but that's like when she really like fucks with the artist, you know, and she likes who's there, then of course, you know, she's gonna change her tune. But she's getting sick of award shows. Like I keep getting that from her. Like she's grateful that, you know, she's grateful for the awards that she's gotten, but it's not so much the award, you know, people getting awards or whatever. It's not like that. It's not messy like that. It's just quite the opposite. It's the way they run the award shows. It's the way, you know, behind the scenes, what they're doing, and how certain artists, the way they treat the artists. It's like it's going downhill. Like I'm not trying to be like that person that's being rude or whatever, guys, like, but Billie doesn't like, allegedly, she doesn't like the way, from what I'm picking up on. And guys, this reading is for entertainment purposes only, okay? Everything I say is alleged, unless Billie comes and says I'm accurate, okay? So I just want to say that. But the way they run these award shows, allegedly, Billie doesn't like it, you know? Like, yes, of course, there are certain things that she does like. There's good and bad in everything, but she's just getting sick of like the way the politics of the awards are ran. And it's not so much like the way people are getting treated, or like that too, but not fully, but it's more of like the politics of award shows and how stupid they are. Like she's getting annoyed of it. So I hope I made sense with that, guys, but I keep getting that message from her. But I feel like yes, she will win some awards for this album. And one of the major things I've been predicting for Billie, guys, is that she's going to either direct a movie with Phineas or score a movie, like her and Phineas, like they're gonna score a movie. I keep feeling that. I keep feeling her song get played in another song that her and Phineas are gonna do together. They're gonna do it for a movie. Another motion picture movie. Another thing, a big prediction I just picked up for her is that she's going to star in a movie, and also direct, and she may either star in this movie that she does herself with Phineas, or maybe herself. She's going to star in it, or she'll create a show or movie that she will not star in. And I'm excited to see who she works with. I keep picking up on Tim Burton, so I'm like, bro, if she works with Tim Burton, that'll be crazy, because I know she has done something for him in the past, or a director like Tim Burton maybe is what I'm feeling too. But I'm excited if she does this. Yeah, guys, I'm really excited to see what she does with her career. And of course, we're gonna get more perfumes from her. But yeah, anyway, the album is going to get Grammy nominated. She's gonna take home some Grammys for sure for this project. I see Billie working on something too, like some music videos for the album. This one with collaborators. I don't really feel any collaborators on this project. If she does have any, my most prediction that I'll say is either one or two, and I'm thinking it might be Phineas, like possibly, or maybe like she's gonna do some cool insert or transition with her mom or her dad or something, because I keep feeling the concept of family, or like maybe it's a voicemail, or like she's gonna play around with like the voicemail sound, or some type of technology sound or something like that, guys. Or that'd be cool if she did like a submarine or some weird, like, I don't even know. This album is gonna be really cool. Like, I'm so excited to hear it. She's experimenting with some really interesting sounds. Like Phineas, I'm telling you guys, Phineas was hearing some sounds. Okay, so the next question is this album gonna be based off of her relationship that she had with Jesse Rutherford? Yeah, it's definitely gonna be based. I would say not the whole album, of course, like, but I feel like there are gonna be a lot of I keep saying concepts, guys, because I'm wondering if she's working with some type of like cool concept for like a visual or something like that. I keep saying that for some reason. But I feel like one of the topics there's gonna be a few topics about the way he treated her, or like love of some sort, heartbreak, like the way he hurt her, some truths that she saw about him, maybe his personality, the way he appears to the public, maybe his past made her decide that he wasn't right for her. Some facing of her own truth within the relationship is what it's talking about, on how she had to, you know, walk away, or decide to walk away, or to take to stay with him. Maybe they were on and off as well, is what I'm picking up on. And we're definitely gonna get some her being vulnerable about her relationships. I don't think just with Jesse, I just think also the relationship concept is gonna come up like a lot, and just like maybe even cheating, she's gonna play around with that, or not feeling enough, because the Ace of Swords to me too can be like brutal honesty within yourself, you know, facing your own truth. And I have the Four of Swords reverse as well. I definitely feel like she's gonna talk about letting him go and just how hard that was for her. So yeah, I definitely feel like the album is going to talk about her relationship with Jesse for sure. Yeah. Okay guys, so we are moving now into Billie's relationship with Jesse. More questions about that. So I went ahead and looked up his chart. He is, if you guys don't know, first, Jesse's from this band called The Neighborhood. They wrote a very famous song called Sweater Weather, and I can't say that fast, oh my god. So yeah, she ended up dating him. I don't know how long they dated, but we're gonna get more into their relationship. I'm gonna do my best to be respectful, as I do, guys, as I tell you guys, but we're gonna go ahead and see what comes out and what spirit allows me to see. So let's go ahead and look at Jesse's chart. He is a sun in Leo. I know his birthday is August 21st. So he's a sun in Leo. His moon is in Capricorn. His Mercury is in Leo retrograde. His Venus is in Leo retrograde. And his Mars is in Virgo. And they don't have his rising, unfortunately. Now, Billie, just to remind you guys, her Venus is in Sagittarius and his is in Leo. So the thing is that his is retrograded though. Okay, so Billie has an easier time. Two of Wands. Okay, so we're kind of getting into a little bit of their energy as I pick up, you know, as I shuffle the deck here, and I'm picking up on them. I'm already seeing a lot of back and forth indecisiveness in their relationship that was happening. Okay. There definitely was problems with commitment. Okay, with the Hierophant and the reverse, there were a lot of problems with commitment. Somebody was not trying to commit like that, even though they were. I feel like this was Jesse. I don't know. I even feel like Billie too at times had a hard time trusting Jesse and like wanting her to commit herself, because Sagittarius is also have to feel secure, you know, obviously, like they have to feel secure too, even though they're a very spontaneous sign. They still want to feel secure in their relationship, and if somebody isn't able to come through the way they need, then they're going to be very flaky and maybe cheat or do stuff that they don't want, you know, they don't really in their mind want to do, but their actions show otherwise, of course. But they just are a sign of impulse, right? So Billie's coming through as more of like, I need to back off of you. At times I feel like she would try to back off of him, and he had a hard time like letting her go too. Like I said, I think there was a lot of back and forth, making up and breaking up type of energy. I'm wondering if Billie is going to speak about this on the album. Yeah, a lot of passion between them, fiery, very fiery moments. The Star card, I'm wondering too if he had if her fame was too much for him, or if her fame was too much for Jesse. I'm wondering if that's the message I'm getting. I'm wondering if the fame was too much for Jesse, or if it was too much for Billie, like her fame. I'm telling you guys, there's a fucking concept of fame about this project. I don't know, like her talking about it, like how much it's ruined her life. Like, but she's appreciative for it at the same time. Like, she is appreciative of it. But I feel like there's gonna be some type of concept with that, or topic, or whatever. Like, I keep saying that, but it's like I keep feeling it. But anyway, this is about her and Jesse. I feel like there was problems with that. Like, her fame was a problem for him. And how, like, a lot of times Billie feels alone. Like, I'm wondering too if she's going to talk about this, like how her fame has made her feel super alone. And I know that in the past she's kind of played on this a little bit, but this album feels like I said, the fame thing, it keeps coming up. It keeps coming up in her readings. The Queen of Pentacles upright. This is a woman that has her own money. She's a boss. She's supportive. You know, she can be superficial. She can be very vain. Okay. And Billie does have her Venus in Capricorn. So she's operating from her Venus in Capricorn energy. She has a hard time. Billie, you have a hard time. Oh, I'm sorry. Her Venus is in Sag. I'm sorry, guys. Her Venus is in Sag. But this goes for Sag. Sag Venus is, we can be very, very much like this. Okay? Mercury in Capricorn. That's where her Capricorn placement is. My bad. Okay? She has Chiron in Capricorn. She needs to learn to not over hoard her, like, oh, well, she's overspending it now, but she's always had problems with money. She's always had problems with money. She either spends too much of it, or she can be stingy with it. Okay, guys, the Devil card is in the reverse, talking about addictions and traumas or baggage. You know, another card about baggages. Our fears. Codependency. Okay? Codependency. I feel like that's another theme of the album too, possibly. But if she's talking about her relationship with Jesse, there was a lot of codependency. And, it could have been on Jesse's end. Damn, this is dark. Deep and dark. So there could be problems with that. Like her not having him to lean on anymore, and her having to overcome the fear of being single, dealing with herself, battling herself in this relationship, and letting go of people that don't serve her, you know, and that are bringing her down as well, because she is an empath. You know, Billie is an empath. She cannot So the question was, why did they break up? I feel like Jesse just stopped putting his energy into the relationship. I also feel like Billie felt the same. You know, she did feel the same, but Billie just kept giving to the relationship though, even though she wasn't feeling it. Jesse tried to do this, but I feel like he just stopped caring and giving to the relationship. And a Tower moment. I literally got the Tower, guys, and the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like it was just time for them to split. Like, there was a lot of back and forth. There was a lot of distrustful energy. I feel like, allegedly, I feel like Jesse was not doing well, and mentally I feel like it was wearing on Billie. I feel like mentally his problems became her problems, and that's part of what I feel like. I keep referring to her album, guys, but I feel like that's partly what this album is going to talk about. And he just stopped, you know, he stopped trying. He stopped, you know, when she would tell him to fix something, he didn't want to fix it. He was sneaky. Yeah, he was sneaking around on her. Sneaking around on her. They have some good times. I think that they had a very playful relationship. I think that their relationship, you know, was feel like it makes sense because, like, you know, Billie is, yeah, she's, you know, young, and I don't know how old Jesse is, but guys, like, I had to look up his age, and this is the guy that she dated that was older, a lot older than her. Like, oh my god, I didn't realize this was him. I kept getting this like weird energy. I was like, why is, like, I keep hearing his age, like, and that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna just look up his age, you guys, and that's what I just did. Like I said, I didn't pay attention to her relationship with him, and I actually have forgotten about the crap that she was going through when she was dating him. But he's 32 and she's freaking 22. When you date an older person, Billie, this is not good for you to be dating these older people because they start being weird with you. They start being weird with you. Guys, I'm getting out of that energy. I'm gonna keep all of this in too, because like most of this in, I'm gonna keep most of this in because it was a genuine ass reaction and I want you guys to see it. So yeah, no, Billie, it was time. That was gross. No. Oh, Phineas does not like Jesse. I got my Knight of Wands in the reverse, guys. Knight of Wands in the reverse, Ten of Swords in the reverse for that. And it talks about, yeah, Jesse was not, he was horrible to Billie. Like, ooh, allegedly. He was horrible to her. It was one of those relationships that started off really fucking wild and fun, and then it just got really fucking bad. And it makes sense that if this album is what I said, guys, about darker love, and I think I kind of said that before, that she was going to do that in my earlier videos of Billie. But yeah, like, he hurt her pretty bad. I could feel it through Phineas's energy. I think that Billie is trying to like numb herself now to it, but she's trying to move forward, like I said. But Phineas, like, I don't even think Billie told Phineas just like everything, maybe to her parents, but like I don't think, because of how mad Phineas gets, because he is a Leo, and Leos are very protective over their family. Like, you don't fuck with their family. So I don't know, I'm not saying that Phineas would have done something crazy, but like, you know, just to prevent him from like saying anything or blacklisting him, or, you know, if that's, you know, allegedly something Phineas thought of, or not saying it was, but it could have, you know, out of protection, he might have wanted to stop certain things for Jesse. Like, you know, Leos can be very vengeful when they're pissed. When you come for their family, they will get vengeful. Like, they don't give a fuck. So I'm seeing Phineas think of some shit. Like, that's what I'm seeing, guys. I'm seeing Phineas think of some shit. He is the sweetest guy. He is the sweetest guy. But when it comes to his family, oh, he don't play. Like, he may not, you know, throw down or like beat your ass or anything like that, but he's definitely going to protect his family. And Jesse was not saying that he did something wildly crazy to Billie, but it was a lot of manipulation, allegedly, and it was dark for Billie for a minute. This was a really rocky relationship for her. So I'm really hoping that she did talk about a lot of these things on this album, and that she didn't water it down. Literally water. Don't you water your truth down, Billie, okay? Because you went through some shit with this man. Oh god, yes. The Three of Swords. The Three of Swords, guys. Wow. And then the Sun card came out. After she got out of this relationship, she started to see herself again. She started to find herself again. And, you know, she's overcoming it, guys. She's healing, and that's great to see that this is coming out. Even though it's the Three of Swords, it's recovery too, you know what I mean? Like, you're working on healing, and you are, yes, in some ways I feel like Billie was probably numbing herself, because, you know, guys, water can talk about being numb, you know. And I feel like she's going to talk about some stuff on this album about love, and just how love can make you see yourself in a better way, how you can prevail from it. Because even though she was, you know, in a dark place, and she's still, you know, in that dark place, guys, but she's moving out of it. I'm wondering if she's, you know, still going to therapy. I don't know. I can't remember if she talked about therapy, but I'm hearing therapy, so I'm hoping she's talking to a counselor, or, you know, or whatever. I don't know if she's doing medication for her depression or anxiety or whatever. I wouldn't diagnose her. I'm just saying, guys, I don't know. That could be something I'm picking up on too. But she's working on healing, because she went from one really bad relationship to this last one that she was just in. And yeah, I pulled on Billie having a hard time with that shit. I'm wondering too if she's gonna start talking to someone soon. Billie, the fuck? I wonder if it's an earth sign. This Knight of Pentacles feels like someone new coming in for Billie. Billie, you talking to somebody? You think it, do we know him? Is he on social media? I mean, everyone is, right? But like, meaning, is he famous? Is he in another band? Look, earth energy. She's freaking talking to somebody. She's freaking talking to somebody.
Hey guys, just want to cut in here again and say I don't know why I was making it sound like, you know, Billie just left this relationship with Jesse and this is like she's already moving on. They've actually, I wanted to clear this up, but they've actually been broken up for like a minute now. So, I didn't mean to come off this way when I was saying this. I feel like I came off this way and I just wanted to come in here and correct myself. But guys, this freaking King of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles. I keep wanting to say, by the way, Queen of Pentacles, because I feel like she is messing around with a woman allegedly. I feel that. I don't know. Maybe, or maybe this guy just has like very feminine energy or something like that, or he's a pretty boy or something. But she's been linked to this influencer named Quinn Blackwell. And I want to clear this up and say I don't think that these two are dating. I feel like she is such a Sagittarius like this, where she's just like, oh, I want to, you know, just have fun with my friends. I want to hook up with my friends and not think too much about it if we choose to. Of course, if there's consent, you know. And actually, I was laughing because it came out as I'm editing this in real time. It came out that she has a song on her album called Lunch. And I have been predicting that Billie likes girls. I have been predicting that if she was ever questioned about it, she would get really mad and, you know, say something, or just she would just get really upset, like, and say that she doesn't want to talk about it, blah blah blah, right? So there was an interview. I can't remember what red carpet this was, but she was asked about her sexuality and she got really mad and said that is none of your business. And that is exactly, if you guys have been on my channel for a minute, you've been watching my Billie readings, you will know that I've stated that in my readings verbatim. And it's just crazy, guys. So now she's being linked to at Coachella, this girl named Quinn. And I just want to say, guys, I don't feel like they are together like that. I do feel like Quinn's gay. I do feel like Billie likes her. I do feel like they like each other, but they're friends. And Billie, I mean, if they are messing around, they're messing around, which I feel like possibly allegedly. Because Billie, I say that because Billie messes around with her friends. Like she's very Sagittarius like that. If, like flirting, like kissing, even if they don't go all the way, it doesn't matter, guys. She doesn't mind being, allegedly for entertainment purposes, Billie doesn't mind being intimate with her friends. Okay, it's a very Sag thing of her to do. And she has Pisces, so you already know, and Aquarius. So she's very open. She's a very open-minded person. And that's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? So they're saying that she kissed Quinn to promote this her song called Lunch, which I think is hilarious that Billie named a song called Lunch to talk about a woman, which I made a joke about too, about her speaking out on her sexuality in this album. And she did it. So I was like, that is hilarious. Um And this is what I mean by Billie is very like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm going to say whatever I want, even if it's controversial. Like, I'm going to say what I want. And yeah, so I just wanted to cut in and say this that this earth energy that I kept picking up on probably was her just having fun. And definitely, I do feel like she is talking to a man, possibly a woman too. She's just having fun, guys. I don't really feel like she's locking herself down into anything. That's what I kept getting for her love spread, or this love energy that came out for her. But yeah, guys, that's all I wanted to say, and I hope you guys are enjoying the reading. Bye.
Somebody. Or she's about to, guys. I'm telling y'all. Could be an earth sign, water sign, water, earth dominant. Maybe even drowning in love too. Maybe that'd be another concept of the album. Drowning in love. But she definitely dating someone. She definitely talking to somebody. And guys, I predicted that she was bisexual, or she's not gonna label herself. She doesn't have to label herself. But I kept feeling that she liked girls, and I've been saying this from the jump that I felt like Billie wants to, you know, explore her sexuality. And she has been, but she's been very under wraps about it. But as I said that, she's been very under wraps about it. But somebody recently just like outed her or said something. I don't remember the video. I'm gonna see if I can find it. But she was like, why do I need to talk about my sexuality? And that's something, guys, I verbatim said in one of my readings, that she doesn't want to talk about it. Like, you know, so that was crazy that she actually said it. So yeah, guys, I want to go ahead, if you've watched this far, thank you so much. I want to go ahead and pull on where her energy's at. I want to pull on where her career's at, or where it's going. And I already feel like she's going to be in a relationship soon, or she's in one, or talking to somebody. I do feel someone in her energy. I mean, she's a Sagittarius. Like, she always has people in her energy. Like, I'm not surprised. Yeah, passion ignited, guys. I kid you not. Look at this shit. I kid you fucking not. She's having... Billie, you fucking... Billie, you fucking... And this too means, guys, putting a project out into the world, putting your passions, your creative endeavors, your whatever you're passionate about, putting it out into the world. But it also too is a big creativity card, which talks about she's very proud of this album. I did ask where her energy's at. She's very proud of this album. She can't wait to release this album into the world. If you look, the lady looks like she's listening to music. She feels like she has something very important to talk about, more so than the other albums. She feels like this is her best body of work, and that she's just proud of it. Even if it doesn't win any Grammys, she's very proud of it, guys. She's so happy that she gets to do this. Like, it re-inspired her. It got her, even though it was a dark time for her too, to record this album and to go through her traumas and write about it, you know. And that's why too I feel like she wrote in the moment. When something happened, she would journal or write it down in the moment, and then but to go and take these concepts, like I keep saying, and turn them into something visually, she's very excited to do. But when she was writing, it was hard for her to reopen those wounds again, because she was healing as she was going through this album. So I'm curious if she's going to say that in her interview. Now, I could be completely wrong, guys, but this is personally what I'm feeling. Okay, guys, so the next two cards I got for Billie were Crown Chakra in the reverse and Transformation in the upright. Now, I feel like Billie's going to, and she is, this was a very transformative period in her life. But I also feel like, especially when her Saturn return hits, she's going to, which is between the ages of 27 and 30, she's definitely going to start feeling the effects of that pretty quickly once this starts happening. Okay guys, so for the last question, I'm going to be mainly predicting on Billie, so we'll see what comes out. I already have 2 cards out. The first card I have is fertility. So it's funny because one of the questions was, will she have any kids? And I definitely feel like she will have kids. I feel like she may adopt one. I see 3 for her. That's what it's saying, 3 kids. But she may either just have the 2 and then adopt one. Or they're going to be from another marriage, okay? I am hearing that for her. Also, too, I feel like Billie is going to step away from the spotlight and do things behind the scenes. I feel like she's going to direct movies. I've been saying that for her. I feel like she's going to do something with cosmetics or like nails or something we don't expect from her, but like really cool nails. Like they're not going to be like super girly, or maybe her makeup line is going to be like that. Like Billie's not really known for wearing makeup. So or skincare, maybe it's skincare, but she's not really known for doing makeup. So I'm thinking maybe it might be skincare is what I'm picking up on. I feel like I'm gonna say skincare, guys. I'm gonna say skincare, but also too, possibly she's gonna do nails. I see her doing like really cool sets, like collaborating with Kiss, the brand Kiss, and doing some really cool nail sets. Or maybe she'll work with a girl that's on Etsy or TikTok or something like that. Like she'll work with her and then they'll blow up, or the artist's nails will blow up, and then Billie will collaborate with her in some cool way. I don't know, like I keep getting nails, so we'll see. Definitely still gonna get more perfumes from her. I think she's going to expand her perfume line more. I've been predicting that for her, and I predicted her coming out with a fragrance, which was crazy. In one of my videos, I predicted that. And I still feel like she's going to do something with streetwear. I was picking up on that for her, that she's going to dive into fashion more. I have been predicting her get into her merch, like her merch bag, and like expand her merch line. I've been saying that. So she did that. But I see her collaborating with someone, a brand, and doing more of a... I don't feel like she's done this yet, guys. Correct me. Maybe I'll find it when I'm editing or something. But I do feel like she's either done this, possibly, if she's done this, is her do her own collaboration with somebody. I have not personally seen it, but that doesn't mean that she didn't do it. So let me know, guys, has she done it? Has she created a clothing line with another brand already? I also see her modeling for a bag or bag line. Maybe it's Louis Vuitton or Hermes, or it's some brand like that, guys, where it's like it's a very expensive brand, or Coach, even though Coach is not really like super expensive anymore, I know. But Michael Kors, it could be literally something like that, or more high end. I feel like it may be both. I see her doing a modeling deal with someone high end, like a high end bag, or Dooney and Burke would have been perfect if she modeled for Dooney and Burke. I wonder. That would be, she could make that popular again, Dooney and Burke. Oh my god, do you guys remember that bag? Like, shoot, I was obsessed with Dooney and Burke when I was like younger. But I definitely see Billie stepping back in the spotlight. Like I feel like she's going to really start doing other stuff behind the scenes, so that she doesn't have to keep being in the spotlight. I still feel this for her because I am getting my Harmony card in the reverse. Just in the future, Billie has to be careful of surrounding herself with people that she's doing a good job at it right now, but just in the future, this is just, you know, a caution for her to, you know, be careful of surrounding herself with the wrong types of men. Or like, I keep saying that for her, and she's it's probably more so in her love life, guys, but the wrong types of men or the wrong types of friends, and to not let people walk all over her boundaries. And she has a hard time with that, which makes sense because she has Pisces. And Pisces energy, they have a really hard time, especially with having Sag, like really hard time with boundaries. Like that is going to be the main thing. She could have problems with her label in the future, or have a really bad fallout with somebody in her team, or in her family. And I've talked about that in the past with her. I've talked about that, guys. So that's coming out for her, that she just needs to keep the people very close to her. But it is saying a manager or somebody that manages her. Like I said, somebody that manages her, or it could be her father. I don't think so. But it could be her dad or her brother. Could be her mom. Somebody that, but more so I'm feeling in her label, or like that works around her, or an assistant. It's talking about somebody that she works very closely with. So I don't think it's her parents. I don't feel that, but there could be problems with them trying to cause problems. I feel like there could be problems with authority, power plays, or whatever. That's what keeps coming out for her. And it could also be Billie, like, getting a big head. It could be that. So, but I don't think so. I feel like she's got very good grounding around her, but as she gets older, this may be a challenge for her within herself. And also people not respecting her boundaries and overworking her, or, them not being respectful of her time. And, or it could also be the public turning their back on her, which I don't really see that happening for her. I feel like this is more of her label, or somebody that works around her that is in some type of power that helps her, like an assistant, publicist, guys. So that's what I'm mainly picking up on with that. She needs to just be very careful of that. I definitely see Billie getting more famous. Like, I didn't think that was possible because she is pretty famous, but I see her getting more famous. And the heck. Yeah, Passion Ignited card. She's definitely going to be in a relationship with a woman soon, if she's not already. She's definitely, and she's gonna have other partners, of course, that she dates. But I do see Billie getting married, though. I do see her getting married. She's very excited for this project, guys. I'm telling you, I keep picking that up from her. She's very excited, and for her tour too. Her tour is gonna be announced pretty soon. I'm wondering if she's gonna have 2 openers or 3. So we'll see. This is gonna be a long tour too, guys. Get ready. This tour is gonna be long. And she's gonna sell out. I see her selling out again. She always sells out, but I see her selling out with this era.
Hey guys, just cutting back in here. I just wanted to commend Billie and her team for doing something about the ticket prices, or the tickets. She made it so that it was harder for resellers or bots to get her tickets. And you have to get like a code, and the way you get the code is you have to buy her vinyl, and which is a really good marketing strategy. I was like, dang, Billie, that's freaking smart. But the way you can get like a pre-sale code, I'm sorry, I think this is just a pre-sale code. The way you can get a pre-sale code, guys, is you would have to buy a CD of hers or a vinyl of hers, and that will give you access to get a pre-sale code. And she also did this to keep, I think, bots out. So I thought that was really cool. I don't know if each person got their own individual code. That'd be really cool if she did something like that. But yeah, her tickets too, they're not allowing resellers outside scalpers to market to Ticketmaster. So Ticketmaster is actually, you will be able to rebuy, or how do I say this, guys? You'll be able to buy the tickets that Ticketmaster resells, I guess, and it's at face value. So I think that's cool. She's the first artist to freaking do this. That's her Aquarius moon. Bitch, work. The fuck. So I think that's amazing that she's putting a stop to this. I hope to see other artists do this in the future. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. Do you guys think that's a really cool marketing strategy, what she did with the vinyls and the CDs? Or do you guys think that, or are you hoping for more artists to do this? I hope they really crack down on these resellers, these, freaking bots, because it's getting out of hand. And another thing too, guys, that I wanted to say is I predicted her going to Europe Is this really a prediction? Because, like, of course she's gonna go to Europe, you know? But some artists, they don't really go to Europe like that. They're, you know, maybe go to South America or, like, just other parts, but they don't touch, like, Europe, you know, because they're not big over there. But I just felt like Billie was, like, huge in Europe. Like, I feel like she's doing, look at the shows, look at the dates that she's doing in Europe. Like, she's doing a lot of shows in Europe. So I think that's why I kept hearing Europe, Germany. I don't know, guys. It was freaking crazy. But I just wanted to say that I predicted that about, you know, her tour being in Europe too. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and finish out the video. I hope you're enjoying it. And if you've gotten this far, thank you so much. And I appreciate the love and support. All right. Bye, guys.
This era, this is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be one of her craziest eras. I'm so excited to see the rollout and everything. This is gonna be really fun. But Billie's gonna get to a point, guys, too. I keep predicting this for her. She's gonna get to a point where she doesn't have to really promote herself, like, or promote her album. Like, she'll just drop it. I'm wondering too if she's gonna do that one day, like pull a Beyonce and just do a surprise album, like a drop, like not announce the dates or not announce anything, no merch, nothing, like no rollout, just drops it and that's it. It disappears. I could still see her doing something like that. So guys, that was my reading, my updated reading on Billie Eilish. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I can't wait to see what comes out of this project. I can't wait to see what comes out of this rollout and where she heads to next. It's always serious when I read on her, but I enjoy it at the same time. I hope that you guys enjoyed it too, and yeah, and please check out my other readings. Please check out my other videos on Billie. I would really appreciate it. Once again, guys, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, please DM me at Sade'sTarotT92. And if you have not yet, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for when your girl pull up ding ding. Then what are you doing? Please? Yeah, right there. Thank you guys so much for all of the love and support. Thank you for rocking with me this long. Thank you if you watched this whole reading, even though it was serious. I really love you. I really appreciate you. Love you guys so much. I hope that you guys have a beautiful day, beautiful night whenever you're watching this. Love and light, guys. Namaste. Bye.